Hey there everybody, BlazeHood here, coming at you with another My Hero Academia review. Alright, this time we have the newest episode out, and it's pretty much a continuation of where the last episode left off. The kids, Todoroki, Ida, Deku, Yaoyorozu, Red Riot. What was that dude? What's that dude name? I always forget his name in the red. I don't know why. Is it It's not Kaminari. Kirishima. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. I always forget his name for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, it's pretty much a continuation of where that episode left off. And while they're on their search looking for Bakugo, the heroes are also continuing their search. And on the hero side, we get the a press conference with the Racerhead and the other hero. And they're sitting down, and this reporter comes down, and he starts to antagonize them, and he starts to really get in their head, man. I'm like, dang, he knows exactly what he's talking about. One of the heroes even makes a note to say that he even knows what he's talking about. Racerhead hates the media, so he's sitting there just... And this beautiful animation and art just comes on to show you like a Racerhead's just face. You can tell he's pissed off right now. He mad in the mud, but he keeps his cool. He absolutely keeps his cool when a reporter starts to question him about Bakugo, saying like, how do you consider a student being kidnapped a good thing? How do you consider that a good thing? And I like how the story went like this, and it just that was some good writing on the mangaka's part of My Hero Academia, having the reporter sit there and kind of antagonize him and show some kind of like that Eraserhead has a more strategic side, knowing that we already seen that, but it was nice to see it again. I like stuff like that when you expect the character to just freak out and get emotional, but he doesn't, and he keeps his cool, and I like seeing stuff like that. So he asked the Racerhead, how do you like consider the students being kidnapped a good thing or a bad thing or whatever? So he starts antagonizing and messing with him, and the Racerhead like, look, trust me, we're doing all we can to get Bakugo back. He's a great student. I take responsibility for it, and he's been working on his anger and his anger issues, because we all know Bakugo got anger issues and he's just aggressive for no fucking reason. But yeah, he said he takes responsibility as his teacher. He's been working on it, and he's not gonna fold to any of these villains, so don't expect him to. And we like that we got the principal, Mr. Nozu. And by the way, what is his quirk again? I forget. Is it like he's just like super smart? He's like a super smart rat. What is his quirk? I don't get it. But yeah, just let me know what that in the comment section below what his quirk is. But this is a really good episode because there was a lot of exposition, there was a lot of talking, and it was handled very beautifully. It was a setup episode, and it carried on beautifully. So Principal Nozu made it a point to pretend to be ignorant on everything, on information they had on the villains and everything, so they could keep a step ahead of the villains. So, and while that's going on, we go over back to Todoroki, Deku, Yaoyorozu, Kirishima, and they're looking inside this factory to where the tracker went, and they're all making it a point to be like, okay, look, we need to go in there with a plan. We can't go in here blind. We need to know what we're gonna do. So they get Kirishima pulls out his night vision goggles. Yaoyorozu was just gonna make some, and then he went and spent some money on them, which, because I'm like, it's kind of like, why did you even think to buy it if you could just have Yaoyorozu make it for you? I don't know, whatever. It don't matter. It's not no big deal. Fuck it. Well, when we get in there, he looks in there. He sees this whole entire tanks full of no-moves. Completely full of no-moves. And I'm like, oh my god, dog. And I'm over here sitting there like, dude, are these no-moves about to just randomly activate and just come out and start just trying to tear up the city? And while they all in the middle of it and shit, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And then we go over to the villain side. Bakugo over there like, yeah, you right. I ain't folding to none of y'all. I'm about to fight. So after he blew off god dang, Decay, fucking, I always forget their names. Fucking dude with the hand on his face. I guarantee I'm gonna remember it at some point in this review randomly. But after he blows his hand off his face, even you thought he was gonna snap and just try to kill Bakugo, but even he completely remains calm and tells him, nobody lay a hand on him. We're gonna talk to him. I just love that shit. It just gives this good feeling of character development when we see a character completely stay calm in a situation where they should have spazzed the fuck out completely. I actually liked it. Even a warp guy who opens the warp gates, the purple and black guy, even he was like, calm down, calm down. And he was like, you don't even have to tell me to calm down. I'm already calm. There's no reason for me to be going crazy right now. So he goes on to point to say, master, lend me some of your strength. And we get this shot, and we see All For One. Yeah, I said it right, All For One. I was getting mixed up, but yeah, we see All For One, and we're like, oh my god, let's get it. Is he going to appear this episode? Is he going to actually come out? Now I heard some people saying he was, but I didn't know because I hadn't seen the episode yet. So we get into it and we're like, oh my gosh. I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. I'm ready to see him in action. I heard about him in the manga, but like I said, I don't read the manga, so I don't know. And then we get back to and then the heroes come in with a paper guy, and then that's really cool too. That paper guy's quirk. He can stretch himself paper thin, and even can stretch inside of some of people's bodies and like fuck with their organs, and it's really weird. Like I was like, damn, that's a pretty smooth quirk. And now I'm wondering, since he can stretch himself paper thin, can he also be torn like paper? I don't know. I'm not gonna. I don't know. Fuck it. It ain't no big deal either. But yeah. Then Bakugo ends up getting taken because I'm assuming All For One did it because Kurogame, or however you say the warp guy's name, he was completely unconscious due to the paper guy's quirk, so he was still knocked out. So it wasn't his doing. So I'm assuming All For One did that. Had all the Nomus come out and start attacking the city and freaking spazzing out on everybody. And then I actually liked how that animation and art looked too, especially in All Might after he had took Bakugo. You saw All Might kind of just like, no! And this episode really has some nice shots of just like beautiful art animation, and it really intensified the situation. I really liked that. This episode was actually really nice. I don't mind exposition episodes like that. I really don't. And then after he's pretty much taken, we flash back to where the Nomus are in the factory, and they've disappeared, and Best Genius hears this voice from in the shadows and shit, right? And we're like, oh my gosh, who was that? So he quickly just he unravels his Levi jeans. He like scratches them up, and we see Mountain Lady over there with a fat ass. She over here like, you can't just do that. That might be a pedestrian or a bystander or whatever. And she like, and he like, no, a moment of hesitation will cost you a battle or some shit like that. And we see this dude walk out, and it's All For One, and he talking about yeah, she had a really great quirk, so I had to take it, Ragdoll. I'm like, oh my god. This dude is here, the man, the myth, the legend is here. Let's get it. So Best Genius got him tied up. He talking, blah, 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 blah. And then you see this shit where he just like, just black and reddish lightning popping up. He just blow up and just blow all the motherfuckers back with like one attack. It's so shocking. And then like, you just see him floating in the air, and all the kids, Todoroki Deku, and Ida, Yaoyorozu, Kirishima, they just sitting there holding their breath. And this is another great shot in the scene where it's just like they all holding their breath. Even they so scared to move and talk or breathe. And I really like shit like that in anime, when a character appears or a villain appears and gives this presence to them. Just like them just standing there is enough to make the main character shit they pants. Them just standing there, that overwhelming, powerful presence. I like shit like that. Like in Bleach, when Yamamoto first got on the scene and he about to fight the two captains, Ukitake and Kiraku. It was like what episode was that? It was like episode 50 something. It was right after Ichigo say Rukia and shit. And he's talking to Nanao, and he was like, get out my face. I don't have time to teach a little girl like you how to breathe and all this other shit. I like shit like that in anime. When a character is so powerful, their presence just shakes everybody. Have everybody shook. I love shit like that. So the end of this episode was very hype. And it was very interesting that they had it after the credits. Because at first I would have missed it because I didn't know. Because I was like, wait, what are you guys talking about? You said All For One coming out. He ain't came out yet. But they did it after the credits. You know, that was interesting. I wish they just did it before the credits because I almost missed it. The only reason I even noticed it because when I went to go like fast forward and go back into it, I was like, wait, what's going on? And then I'm looking and we got like 2-3 minutes left in the credits. I'm like, oh, the credits ain't usually this long. Maybe they got something after. And they did, and it was my man's All For One. And then that's when motherfucking Deku had a flashback to when he's talking to All Might last season, saying, you might have to fight this great evil one day, the symbol of evil. You might have to fight this dude one day. And I'm just like, dang, man, I don't know if Deku can do it. I don't know if he can do it right. Well, especially right now. Of course, that goes without saying. But I'm really hyped to see next episode. I really want to see this man all For One go all out. And I'm curious. I'm very curious. His quirk that allows him to steal other people's quirks, pretty much. Can he steal Deku's quirk and just have the power of like one for all, and then transfer it to people and shit? and just let that quirk build up and then just take it back when it's stronger? Like, can he do that? I'm assuming he can theoretically. Let me know in the comment section below if he can do shit like that. That'd be really crazy to motherfucking see. Because he'd be crazy fucking powered up. And then, you know, All Might still has like pieces and traces of All For One left over in his body. If he were to try to take All Might's quirk right now, would it work? That's another question I had in this episode too. I'm like, would it work? Would he still be able to take the traces of All Might's quirk that are now in Deku? Would that? I don't know. That's another question I had in the episode, and I really hope that gets answered soon, or we get something. Because I mean, All Might getting weak and old. Well, not getting weak and old. He just losing his quirk because, you know, he can't stay in that fucking buff form for long, and he's already injured. So that just, yeah. So I'm really hyped for next episode. And All For One has this really crazy fucking appearance to him. He got like this metal mask with this black suit on. I actually really like it. He got this metal mask on, kind of like it covers like the bottom of his jaw and shit, and the upper half of his face is like gone, and it's like this black kind of veil or sheet over it. Now, what happened to his face? Did they ever say that? What happened to his face? I'm assuming he got the shit kicked out of him, of course. I think he even said that. But I mean, like, who actually did it? Was it All Might, or yeah, did All Might actually try to kill somebody? Because that's not some heroic shit. So I'm interested to see more into All Might's past. And this episode was just actually really good. Now that I'm actually sitting here just talking about it and fanboying all over it, it was actually just really well executed. Just beautiful writing all out. I have actually no problems with this episode now that I really think about it. I mean, the art and the animation of some of the scenes that really push forward this dense or horrible situation that a person is in that specific scene was just handled beautifully, and I really enjoyed it. I've read some other people looked at some people. I can't talk. Looked at some other people's videos, and they said, like, you know, they just talked. I don't really like exposition episodes, and I'm like, I really do. That's an interesting thing. Let me know in the comment section below if you're the type of person that likes setup episodes. Because if a setup episode is handled very well, sometimes it can be even better than a fight episode, in my opinion, really. Because, I mean, just the amount of information you learn and then you see another character appear, it just, I really fucking like it. I really liked All For One's fucking appearance, man. He blew them motherfuckers back. And didn't say shit, and then said, now shouldn't let the show begin or some shit like that. And I'm like, oh my god, this man is about to wreck. And then another thing I had to question was, like, because the way that it was shot, it looked like Todoroki and Deku and them were like behind a wall. He was on the other side of the wall, but he was like floating in the air or standing on top of something. But like, it looked like he was close enough to where if he turned slightly to like his right and looked down, he would have saw them. So I'm very like, did he see them? Did he just ignore them because he just considered them like insects and they weren't worth his time? That was another question I had in the episode, and I really hope that gets answered soon too. And I really want to know what they're gonna do. Are they just gonna like stand there? Because I don't think they can stand there forever. They're gonna have to move eventually. Or they're gonna wait for him to leave. What's gonna happen, man? I am ready to see next episode, dog. And I want to kind of see more of the backstory and the relationship between All For One and dude with the hand on his face. I still can't remember his name. Oh my god, Shomura. I think that's it. I can't remember, but I want to see more of the relationship for him, because it seemed like the fucking dude was just going around decaying people by accident, and his quirk became dangerous, and he looked like he was homeless or something, and All For One came and, you know, respected him and gave him a home, even though he technically probably is manipulating him. But I don't know yet. He might actually care for him in his own weird way. You know, there's villains who care for people in their own weird way. So we might actually get something like that soon. So I'm not going to say anything now. But this episode was just very beautifully done. Ida was less annoying. He didn't really talk. He even just said, you know, All Might's on the scene, so we're good. We can go. You know, I'll call the police. You know, he being more logical. Last episode, he was not being logical to me, but this episode he was. And then everything was just good this episode. I really like this episode. Now, if I had to rate it, I'd probably give it about I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I really would. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It was very close to perfect. Maybe an 8 or 10 out of the lowest. But that's going to be it for this episode review right here. If you like this review, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that bullshit. And if you want me to add you on Smash Tap, just put it in the Discord so I can add you. But that's going to be it for this video. This be your boy BlazeHood. Peace out.